Hello everyone and welcome back to another tournament of Ninjas of Halo. I am your one and only host, SonicFan10193. It is great to have you back, and today, 35 competitors will take on the toughest iteration of this 4-stage obstacle course yet. There has been a large amount of success in the past 2 tournaments, so many changes have been made to the stage, but can anybody beat it? Let's head down to stage 1 where the fun is about to begin. And it all starts with this, the first stage of Ninjas of Halo, with many changes to it, including 3 new obstacles, starting with the quintuple steps, which is returning from tournaments 2 and 3, however much harder than the original variant, and is ready for some action, which is followed by the butterfly wall, one of the 3 new obstacles in this stage, and that requires you to jump onto an angled rail there and then make a dismount. Kind of a rookie killer, if you will, followed by the curtain slider, which has been buffed. You now have to use the 3rd ledge there across the set of ledges you must jump across. Then that goes into the 2nd new obstacle on this stage, the jump hang. You must jump onto the head side and then maneuver your way down. More of a trampoline obstacle as opposed to a after trampoline obstacle, but goes into the half pipe attack, which has not been changed, as well as the Great Wall, which is also unchanged in this tournament. The two of 3 unchanged obstacles on this stage, but then it's the flying chute, which has been made way harder than its Tournament 5 variant. You now must make a jump onto that green pole there, which is a pretty tight jump, and then dismount. Then it is the final new obstacle of this stage. It is the bungee bridge. You must move across the set of bars. However, as you can see, there's gravity fields attached to them, meaning you must get well-timed jumps or you will be in the water. It's a very original concept, and hoping it will take out many unsuspecting competitors. Then finish it off, it's the Vine to Victory, the Ninja Killer from last tournament. And if anyone can beat this stage in 90 seconds, they're going to stage 2. Alright, well, the stakes are high, lots of new obstacles today, and many challengers who are waiting to take on this stage 1. Who will be the first of them? Let's find out, as our number 1 in the run order for Ninjas of Halo 9 is Super Ninja Jake 2. He has been number 1 in many run orders. However, this canonically was his first his first Halo jumping tournament. Let's see how that goes for him as he goes into the quintuple steps to kick things off. Ninja Jake has done lots of good things, including clearing stage 1 of Spartan Sasuke and Halo Ninja Warrior, as he goes into the flying chute and gets a good jump, but he doesn't get it. He just got a bad turn, and that is it for Super Ninja Jake. Well, actually, never mind. He's still here, but next up is his friend, Jack Z5252. A friend of Super Ninja Jake, as I mentioned before. He is very new to jumping, so let's see how things go for him. So he's going to take the steps 1 at a time by the looks of it. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Uh-oh. Doesn't get a great run up there, and okay, he is still on this first step. I can't tell if he's trolling right now or not, but he really is taking some time here. Still 20 seconds in on the first step, and he finally gets it. And now he's lining up towards the 3rd step, and he comes up short. Bad luck there for Jaxie. So next up, we have the number 3, Caden H21. I believe now he is now known as Glitch G Sucks, but I still call him Caden. He is a newer competitor. Doesn't seem to like flame very much, but you know. Going into the quintuple steps, he's also taking them 1 at a time, but he's actually doing the obstacle, which is the recommended strategy. He goes for the 5th step, almost came up short there, but Caden is through the first obstacle. And he's going for the... Ooh, a bad jump there, way outside, and that is it for Caden. Next up, we have another newcomer. This is Arazia, a friend of Joey Davis. I believe it is one of the clan kids, as we refer to him as. Also known as just one of Joey's annoying friends. Moving on, and what is this? He just tried to skip the 2nd step there, and it worked. I cannot believe that. I have never seen anyone do that before in practice, and he goes for the butterfly wall, and he gets it. He's into the curtain slider. Let's see what his plan is here. He's going to skip the first one. And he comes up short of the dismount. A good run by Eurasia out of all people, but he is cut short by the third obstacle. As moving on, we have It's Foamy, our first returning competitor. He was number 2 in the last tournament, but did not get very far. If memory serves right, he failed the propeller bar. Let's see here. If Foamy can break that streak, second obstacle fails, it is currently at a streak of 1. So, you know, going into the quintuple steps, and okay, he's also taking them one at a time. It's Foamy. He is through the first obstacle into the butterfly wall, and he goes way too high on that, and Foamy is out there. Alright, well, next up, we have an aspiring... Oh, great. Never mind. This is Tails Sucks. Yeah, okay. This is not going to be fun for me. My arch nemesis, Tails Sucks. Let's see. I don't really want him to do well, so I'm not even going to give him good luck. I honestly hope he just jumps off now, so we don't even have to watch this, and he is still firing at those swords, man. Alright, here he goes, into the first obstacle. What's he doing? Alright, he's gonna go all the way up to the very top. This seems like a safe strategy, and he is now teabagging on the second step. He jumps for the third one, and he has it. He is really taking a sweet time here. Don't think he has intention of clearing. As he walks up the fourth one, going into the final step, and he has it. He has now burned almost a third of his time on the first obstacle, as smart people do, into the butterfly wall. For a second I thought he was going to walk into it, and he gets a save jump, and Tails Sucks actually beats the butterfly wall, as he now is... Jesus. He clearly shows no respect for this course, as he goes into the curtain slider, and he's going to use all of them, and oh, what's he doing? The cameraman's confused, and he's going backwards. What is this? He is just an absolute wally of a competitor. He has spent a whole minute on the first 2 obstacles, and he beats it. He has some jumping skill as he goes into the jump hang, and he wildly missed the trampoline, as he does an interesting little jump there at the end. Anyway, moving on, we had a fast forward. We had It's Pie for Sale. Next up, failed the curtain slider. We had Sainty4548 get a bad jump on the butterfly wall. We had Astral Phoenix, who decided that a jump for good luck would work, and it didn't, going way too high. And we had David Can Fly, who saw the curtain slider and was like, never mind, I'm out of here. Well, 10 runs down and not much great to speak of, but next up is an aspiring young competitor who has gotten deep into the stage 1 before. It is Drew TV. He made his debut in Tournament 3, and he has actually done well getting it to the final obstacle of Stage 1 in the last tournament, but going down to the Vine to Victory. So now we see Drew TV going a bit slow in these quintuple steps. They are very tough quintuple steps, but he is moving through them at a much faster pace than anyone else so far. Aside from Eurasia, of course, as he goes straight for the butterfly wall, gets a save jump in. Drew TV is through into the curtain slider. He's going to do the general technique of skipping the first one. He's got that as well, going straight for the jump hang. Can he be the first one to beat it? And yes, he can. He's going to go into the half-pipe attack. Going to be the first one to try this today. It has not been changed. He's failed this before. And he's getting quite a few save jumps. But he is through. He is onto the Great Wall. This thing's also not been changed. He's gotten up it before. And, ooh, does not get up into 1. Just came up short of the ball. But he is up it in 2 by the looks of it. And he is into the flying chute. This is one of the 2 new obstacles. And he comes up short, got a bad jump, but nice run by Drew TV. And next up, we have the return of a classic and the return of a friend of mine. This is Mr. Savage Fries, one of the 2 Savage duo. And here he goes into the quintuple steps, as Mr. Savage Fries and his companion, Mr. Savage Burger, who are my neighbors actually, have competed before, but they haven't done too well. And Fries here is taking on the steps one at a time, and he slips off the 5th one. Unfortunate. As next up, we have Mr. Savage Burger 5. Well, that used to be his name. Now he is Kepra. That's what I'm gonna pronounce it as. And, okay. Well, safe to say he fell off a bit. Now to actually someone relevant, we have Alpha Puma, who is back from, I think, Tournament 7, where he declared his retirement. It could have been 8, actually. But now he is back after his long retirement, and he is ready to make his name on Ninjas of Halo once again. This is his 4th appearance. He has not beaten Stage 1, but he's done well in other courses, so hopefully he can show that skill in Ninjas of Halo as he beats the quintuple steps, going into the butterfly wall, and he gets a nice save jump there. And he is through the butterfly wall into the curtain slider. I believe last tournament he failed that half-pipe attack, as he is about to get there now if he beats the jump hang, in which he doesn't get it! He jumps a bit too early, and that's all it takes for Puma, and he's out on the jump hang. Well, now moving on, we have a well-known person in jumping making their newcomer appearance as Matt comes in to give them a slap on the back. This is Siren, otherwise known as Chris. That's probably what he's better known as. Making his Ninjas of Halo debut here. He is known for many things across jumping, so hopefully he can do well. As he just kicks off his Ninjas of Halo debut here, wearing number 15. See, hopefully he can impress. This has not been a very exciting tournament so far. You know, it isn't very exciting when first place is Drew TV, as Chris is flying through the first part of the stage, going to the jump hang. He just watched Puma fail there, but he's got it. And he's almost halfway through the stage, and he hits the half-pipe attack nicely. Chris knows what he's doing here. Oh, as he slides on the Great Wall. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It doesn't work for him. That was a ballsy technique, to say the least, as he's going into the flying chute. No one's beat this yet. He's going to jump into it, and he's got it! The first person to beat the flying chute today, and he's going to take on the bungee bridge. This has been feared by many competitors coming into this tournament, and he's going to stick the mount. You have to go through these odd gravity fields. Into the second one. He's lining up his jump to the third. He's got loads of time here, and he gets the jump. That's the hard one. And he is almost through the bungee bridge, and Chris, the newcomer, might be our first clear of this tournament going into the Vine of Victory. He's got time, but he has to move, as Chris, he is going to do it. He's just 2 jumps away, and no! Chris! No! What was that? What was he doing? He tried to pull the Hunter strat from the last tournament, and it cost him dearly. He just bonks his head on the final rung of the Vine of Victory. And Chris, it can be done, we know that, but he is out on stage 1. Well, 15 runs down, and next up is Crown Ferret 19.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Irish Warrior.
Crown Ferret, otherwise known as Irish, is the host of his own successful course, Irish Warrior, which currently has 13 tournaments in the books and 2 Grand Champions. Crown Ferret on Ninjas of Halo, though, has not been too successful, debuting in Tournament 2 with his personal best in Tournament 8 on the final obstacle. Today, Irish hopes to expand on his success so far and make it to Stage 2. As Crown Ferret, a good friend of mine across the community and a good course host, be sure to check out Irish Warrior, mind you, as here he goes through the quintuple steps. He's known to be a slower competitor. I can't recall a time he's beaten a klaxon on the course, but besides the point, as he moves through the quintuple steps, going for the butterfly wall. Crown Ferret last tournament was one of 5 people to fail the final obstacle of Stage 1. See how he goes now into the curtain slider, and he has it perfectly. And that's how you do the normal strategy for it, as he eyes up the jump hang, gets the bounce, and a smooth one there into the half-pipe attack now. He's running a bit low on time, would like to see that come up a bit, especially if he wants to be able to take his time on the last 3 obstacles. Going into the Great Wall, and gets a save jump, fair enough, and he has about 35 seconds So he didn't feel too confident about this flying shoot. He goes for it, and no, not even close. A poor jump in Rish's tournament ends on the flying shoot. You can just see he doesn't get a good jump, and he completely misses the excuse me, he completely just missed the bar in general. I think he just jumped too early for the, as you can see, he jumps before he even starts to dip down, and that's way too early. As Irish's tournament still does a decent performance, however, he is out on the flying shoot. Unfortunate for Irish. Hopefully he will be back next tournament. And coming in at number 17, we have another competitor who's done relatively decent in his few appearances on Ninjas of Halo. This is El Booker Taco. In the last tournament, he was also one of the 5 people to fail the final obstacle of Stage 1, and he did it as well in Tournament 7, which was his debut. Not fit. He is hoping to break that streak today, but hopefully break it by clearing Stage 1. As he flies through the butterfly wall there, he is going on a fast pace for these first few obstacles, way faster than Rish. He's moving into the jump hang, and a well done one there. Almost came up short, but into the half pipe attack, and he is moving at a very quickly in comparison to Irish. Gets a save jump on the half pipe attack, but that's fair enough. And he has an extra almost 20 seconds on Rish here going into the flying shoot. He's going to do the same strategy. And he's got it. Oh no, he slips off. Taco's out on the flying shoot. Another victim of this obstacle, the third one today. He almost had it. I thought he made it, but he just didn't get a save jump. I think he thought he had it and then didn't read the room correctly. You see, he gets a good jump there. That's a well-timed jump, as well as his momentum control, but here he has it, but he doesn't get a save jump, and he just slips right off as El Booker Taco's run ends on the flying shoot, the third one today. And next up is Gotenks, a competitor that we actually haven't seen too much in recent Ninjas of Halo history. He debuted in Tournament 3, and I think he last competed in Tournament 6. However, he has not done, I believe, in those 2 tournaments, he has not beaten the 4th obstacle, so hopefully he can get by it today. Gotenks, he was, I believe at the time of this run, we were teammates in the Halo Basketball League. I was the backup for the Shooting Stars, who actually were the champions of that season that we were teammates in. So, go us, right? As Gotenks getting a clean save jump there on the butterfly wall. And he's now eyeing up the curtain slider. He has not run this course much, so a lot of this is new territory for him. And he failed the bounce boulder in Tournament 6, which will be the 4th obstacle here, and he's got it going into the half pipe. Let's see. What's his technique here? And oh my gosh, that was not a good strategy for the half pipe attack. Look at this, he just walked up to it. I think he thought he could just run across it. That was not the case, as he tries to pull a monkey, but it does not pay off. An unfortunate one for Gotenks. But moving on, we have Crimson Gulch. Crimson is actually a veteran of the words. He is actually a veteran of Rog's course, Spartan Sasuke, and has beaten Stage 1, I think, twice, as he is moving across quintuple steps. Crimson, I don't think he's actually competed on a course that isn't Rog, so hopefully he is not one of those competitors who can only succeed on one course. So he almost came short of the butterfly wall there, into the curtain slider. I've heard good things about Crimson, good things from the few things you've heard of Crimson, as he's shooting the jump hang, and he's got it! He comes up short of the jump hang! Crimson, unfortunate. I thought he had that. That's rough. Anyway, moving on is a competitor we have not seen in a while. This is Z-Master, who's a veteran. He debuted in Tournament 3 and made it to Stage 2, failing the last obstacle of the stage by way of timeout. And it's been almost 2 years since that. Actually, yeah, it has been 2 years since that run occurred. So it's been quite a while for Z-Master. But hopefully, he can repeat his former success, as we are almost 20 runs in and have not seen a clear yet. Here he goes. Z has been a long time since he's been on this stage, so very new obstacles across the board for him. However, going into the curtain slider, he's seen this before, and he's got it into the jump hang. Z-Master has been doing better in courses recently, so that's something to be proud of. I believe he got to stage 2 of... Oh my gosh, he skipped the rope. Another person has done it. That was unexpected. The last tournament was Monkey, now Z-Master, and he's gonna stick the Great Wall. These are some very unorthodox strategies here. He's going for the bungee bridge. Only one person's beaten it so far, and he gets a bad jump. He does the same thing Irish did, just overshooting the bar. You can see he just jumps too early, almost in the exact same fashion as Rish. I think he got just almost an equal amount of distance there, as Z becomes another victim of the flying chute. And next up, we have the one and only Swantron 97. Swantron is one of the more well-known faces in Halo jumping, most well-known for making it to the final stage of Spartan Sasuke 13, but he has done well in Ninjas of Halo before, notably in his newcomer appearance, making it all the way to the Chain Seesaw. However, since then, the legend of Swantron has not done too well, failing stage 1 twice in a row, including last tournament failing the vehicle run. Swan, the one and only, hopes to redeem himself in Tournament 9. As the music that was actually in that profile was made by Swan, so be sure to check out his music stuff. It's actually pretty good. But I'm rambling. As Swan is taking on the quintuple steps, he has done well in the past. However, he has not beaten stage 1 since Tournament 6, which was his newcomer appearance. And oh, that was a very outside jump on the butterfly wall. For a second, I thought he went too far. So he's moving at a decent enough pace. Hoping not to make it 3 fails in a row as he goes through the jump hang, and it's well done. His cameraman should be fired apparently, got stuck on the jump hang. And a well-timed jump there by Swan. He actually used the thing. And he is going relatively fast pace here, going into the flying chute. And he comes up short! He does the opposite of what everyone else has done so far, and that's our 5th flying chute failure, and this obstacle is just racking him up. You can see he just came up short there, jumped too late, did the opposite of everyone else, and Swan 3 times in a row is out on stage 1. That's unfortunate. But next up, we have the apparently vertigo-inducing Cobra. Last tournament, he got all the way to the very end of stage 1 before being one of the unfortunate victims of the Vine to Victory. But hopefully Cobra, he is pretty confident going into this tournament. As you can see, he's flying through the quintuple steps. And we are over 20 runs now without a clear, so it would be very nice to see Cobra do it. He certainly looks like he's trying, as he is flying through these first few obstacles. Jeez. Cobra going at a very fast pace. He's one of the young guns, as I like to refer to the younger competitors in the community, similar to the likes of Joey Davis or even Booker Taco, as he's walking back into the Great Wall, and he's got it into the flying chute. Can he be just the second one to beat this today? And it's a perfect jump. Didn't even need to save, but gets it anyway. As you can see, someone's celebrating with him in the background. I think that's Tricky Cyrus, who will be running later. He's going into the bungee bridge, and Cobra has got it. He is through the bungee bridge. That's the second one to do it today, but he has 30 seconds for the Vine to Victory. Can he be the first clear? Come on, Cobra. He's just 2 jumps away. Can he do it? This is it, and he comes up short! No! Another one is down on the Vine to Victory at the very end. You can see he takes his sweet time across these. He doesn't need to rush it, but he does anyway. You can see he just taps himself on the pole, and that cuts all of his momentum, and he just barely comes up short, and Cobra is down on the very final jump of stage 1. That is just unfortunate. That's 2 people now. That is rough. Well, the runs keep coming, and next up at number 23 is Strafe Helix. He competed in Tournament 6 and I think Tournament 7. I know his debut was in Tournament 6 and he missed one somewhere in there. But nonetheless, in Tournament 6 he failed the dangle drop, and he failed something on Stage 1 in his other tournament. Strafe Helix, hoping third time would be the charm. He is going nicely through the... Oh, almost came up short there, like I was saying. Moving through one way or another into the jump hang. This obstacle has caused a bit of problems to rookies, but he is no match for it. Wait, no. The jump hang is no match for him. Other way around. As he's got about a minute left going into the Great Wall. Let's see, there's no dangle drop this time, so he's hoping to... Ooh, almost got it. Let's see. And he's got it in 2. He's going into the flying chute, and he has it! Another person beats a flying chute. He had a crouch technique there. That was an interesting play, and he's going into the bungee bridge. Nobody's failed this yet. Let's see what his technique's going to be, and he got pushed up to that second one. Almost came up short, but he does on the third one! The first victim of the bungee bridge today, and it's Strafe Helix. You can see this is a very tough jump, but he just jumps too early on that second one, and that's all it takes. It's a pretty specific jump. Strafe Helix is out on the bungee bridge. Anyway, moving on, we have the only person who would actually use the Sentinel Beam on Ninjas of Halo. It's Flamosaurus. He sure does love his Sentinel Beam, as Flamosaurus is making his 4th appearance. He's been to Stage 3 before, but we are 24 runs in and not seen a Stage 1 clear, so hopefully it'd be pretty nice to see him get back there. He's moving across, and nicely done there. Flame has done pretty well in more recent tournaments, including Spartan Sasuke 20, where he made the final. However, could not beat it. Nonetheless, Flamosaurus is definitely a very esteemed jumper across the community, and is hoping to make that mark once again on Ninjas of Halo. A minute left into the Great Wall, like many people. He was one of those who were worried about these last 3 obstacles coming ahead. There's Joey Davis in the background to give him some support, going for the flying chute, and he has it. For a second, I thought he came up short there, but well, momentum management there as he goes into the bungee bridge. Strafe just failed this. Let's see what his technique is here. He sticks the first one nicely. He's going to take him one at a time. He goes straight forward, and he comes up short. Flame, another big person, out on Stage 1. I think that was our second veteran today, and he's out on the bungee bridge. You can see he went straight forward. I think he tried to get a spring jump, but he's going against a downward gravity field that pushed him straight down, and it did not matter. He just jumped. A mixture of jumping too early and getting a bad jump, and that is it for Flamosaurus, another big name, down on Stage 1. Alright, well, coming in at number 25, hoping to repeat his success of the last tournament, it's the one and only host of Halo Ninja Warrior. This is Smokey Massacre, making his 4th appearance on Ninjas of Halo. Competed in Tournament 2 as his debut, came back for 4 and once again for 8. However, he beat Stage 1 for the first time last tournament, and before having a very unfortunate failure on Stage 2. I believe, yeah, he fell out of the mongoose on the Psycho track and on the dismount in a very unfortunate way. He's hoping to get back there. There is no Psycho track this tournament, so he's hoping to beat it this time. But first he has to get there as he's going through the stage quickly, and he's out on the jump hang! What on earth? I was not expecting that. Look at this! Smokey just gets a bad jump on the jump hang. He jumps a bit too early, and that's all it takes. Is that jump hang is merciless, and Smokey is out on Stage 1 again. Well, the sun is beginning to set out here, and we are 25 attempts in, and not one person has beaten Stage 1. There's only 10 runs left in this tournament. But next up, we have Daddy Cheese. The one and only macaroni and cheese is the greatest meal, so I will accept his username. He is most known for Ninjas of Halo, for in Stage 3, getting to Stage 3 twice in a row, failing the floating doors twice in a row, on the same jump, twice in a row. Yeah, so he hasn't beaten Stage 1 since, but he's hoping to change that this time around. He's the first sunset run of the tournament. He's moving nicely through here. Last tournament, or actually, yeah, since recently, he has really struggled on Stage 1, so he would love to get back there. Almost came out short of the jump hang, did the exact same thing Smokey did. And there he is through the half-pipe attack. A bit lower on time than most people into this, and that was not even close on the half-pipe. Jeez. He's struggling again. He cannot get up this thing. This is not good, as he is struggling to get the Great Wall. Not many people have had problems with that obstacle lately. He's going into the flying chute. He's a bit low on time, wants to pick up the pace, and a great save jump by Cheese there. That was a tense jump there, as he's going into the bungee bridge. And he just walked off! That's new! I don't know what he was thinking there, but he comes up short of the bungee bridge. That's rough. So moving on, we have Joey Davis. Well, formerly Joey Davis. Now he is Vaze. However you want to pronounce it. I tend to pronounce it with a weird accent, differing each time. You know, it's one of those things. Joey, last tournament, beat Stage 1 for his first time and was one of the 8 people, a record, to clear Stage 2 last tournament. He made it all the way to the Mag Cliffhanger before going out, as Joey hopes to get back to Stage 3. However, this has been a very rough tournament, so hopefully things go well for him. Going through the butterfly wall. He is definitely words. Wow, okay, that was bad by me, commentary folks. He has done very well recently. I referred to him as one of like the rising stars of the community during Cobra's run, and for good reason. He's done very well across the board, including Spartan Sasuke 20, where he got all the way to the final jump of Stage 3. Nool does not get up the Great Wall in 1. And get it up and in 2. Yes, he can. He's into the flying chute now. Come on. There's me there, and he gets a perfect jump on the flying chute. Well done by Joey Davis. That was some good jumping skill right there. Going into the bungee bridge. People struggle with this for recently out of nowhere. He's lining himself up. And he's going to go straight for it, and a perfect jump there, and Joey's got it! Let's see, come on. This is a third person who can get to the Vine to victory today. Can he do it? He's moving up. This is it. He's got the time. He is flying up this thing. And Joey's done it! We have a Stage 1 clear! Well done, Joey Davis, with 12.8 on the clock. And our first clear, 27 runs in. Joey finally managed to put it all together after 2 people failed the final jump of the stage. He beats the flying chute, which has done damage so far, as well as the bungee bridge, which people have struggled to understand. And Joey Davis with a clean, almost flawless run there. And Joey Davis Vaze is the first clear of Tournament 9. Well done, Joey. A well-deserved Stage 2 there. Well, it'll be definitely hard to top that, but next up is Mighty Max 80. He is now a veteran once again after the Rising Star role has been completely nixed. However, he is still one of the greatest jumpers of this course, most notably being one of just 3 people in the course's history to make it to the final stage. The only other 2 being the Grand Champion Chumpy and Petrillo, who will run later. However, Mighty Max last tournament had a down tournament, failed, find a victory like many others. Here's hoping he can break that again. I believe that's Taco and Cyrus cheering him on in the background. He's got an armor change. This is definitely new armor. I don't even know what armor pieces those are, but nonetheless, he is moving through this Stage 1. He definitely wants some... this is definitely a good revenge to a tournament for him. It'd be great to get past this brutal Stage 1 so far. He goes into the Great Wall, and he's got it. And into the flying chute, and good jump there. That was perfectly timed. People starting to get this flying chute down by the looks of it. He goes into the bungee bridge. Oh, he gets a big jump, and he goes for it, and he overshoots it. I don't think he really knew what he was doing there on the bungee bridge. You can just see he jumped a bit too late there. Well, not actually too late, but rather he didn't control his momentum too well, didn't cut his sprint early enough. And Mighty Max, after the great final stage, 2 straight stage 1 failures. Very unfortunate for Mighty Max. But next up, we have the host of Ninja Warrior of Halo, and one of the most notable jumpers in jumping history on Halo. It's Hunter Unit 751, making his 8th appearance last tournament, got a personal best, making it to the Swap Planet Bridge. He also beat it in Tournament 7 and failed the Globe Grasper, which was an obstacle inspired from his course, which is kind of ironic. But nonetheless, here he goes. Hunter, he put in a lot of practice before this run, so he's really hoping to break through. He was at it for a long time, just trying to work out obstacles. It's a very hard stage 1, and that's what you're supposed to do. Here's hoping he can beat it as he goes into the jump hang, which is very similarly colored. And now into the half pipe attack. It's a save jump on the rope, but he has it. A bit under a minute, going into the Great Wall. Hunter, no real flaws so far, and he's up the Great Wall in 1. This is it, the final 3 obstacles of the stage. He's really taking his time to eye this up. He's got the time to spare, and it's a perfect jump on the flying chute. Well done there. But this is the big one, the bungee bridge taking out a lot of the later competitors. And he do it, here he goes. He's lining himself up here, the bungee bridge. He's spent a long time learning the strategy for this, and Hunter Units has got it. He's shooting in celebration, but he has 1 obstacle left and he's running a bit low on time. He can do this. Come on, Hunter. He has 15 seconds left. He's taking save jumps on each one. This is a bit of a risky strat. The klaxon is about to sound. He has to get moving. Here he is. There's 5 seconds left. He takes an extra save jump. He has to go. Come on. And yes! Oh boy, that was close. Just under a second on the clock. But we have another stage 1 clear. Joey Davis, or Vaze, will not be alone. And he has a very, almost flawless, slow and steady wins the race. And a very clean run across the board from Hunter. He took his time, understood the obstacles, just as you were supposed to do. And that is what earned him the stage 1 clear. Well done, Hunter Unit 751. Alright, well, 29 down, 6 to go. In number 30 is Tricky Cyrus. If anyone says rising star, it is this man, as he has done quite well in recent tournaments across many courses. Spartan Sasuke tied Joey at the final jump of stage 3. Last tournament of this course got to the pegboard of stage 3, which was the 3rd to last obstacle. Cyrus, he certainly had an uptick in well-placed, and he certainly has had an uptick in good performances lately. He's hoping to keep that streak now, but this is a very formidable stage 1. If anyone can do it, though, it's any of these last 6 runners, starting with Tricky Cyrus. Here he goes into the jump hang, and a well-timed jump there, smooth sailing. As he goes for the half-pipe attack, and he comes up short! What went wrong here? Cyrus, out of nowhere, fails the half-pipe attack. He just got an early jump, I think, and that's all it takes. And Cyrus, of all people, down on the half-pipe attack, another surprising stage 1 exit. As the sun is completely set now on this stage 1, just 2 clears out of 30 attempts, and that's the lowest amount since Tournament 1. But next up, kicking off the final 5 runners, is the one and only Weapon Matt, who made his debut in Tournament 5, got first place in Tournament 7, along with 3 stage 2 clears. It got first place in Tournament 6, my apologies, not Tournament 7. But the point has been made. He's done very well in the rising era of Ninjas of Halo. Considered him as an all-star, however, Petrillo got the nod instead for his final stage of appearance. Now, as he's moving through, however, a great thing to be crowned an all-star would be to clear stage 1, which not many people have done so far. However, can he do it? He's got a bit under a minute, and he is dancing on the stage. He always brings that cocky attitude, which is awesome to see across the course. Not many people tend to bring that, and I love to see it personally as he is eyeing up the flying chute, and he gets a safe jump, but it's not gonna work! No! Matt, down on the flying chute, another one! Out on this brutal obstacle! As you can see, he got a good jump, but I just think it was in his strategy. He walks into it in a very odd way, and that is a very rough way to go out. Weapon Matt. That's the advantage of the jumping strategy, but Matt out on stage 1 for the first time since Tournament 5.
This is probably the first time in a while where I don't feel good about stage 1. There's a few obstacles in particular, that being the flying chute and bungee bridge. I really could see myself fail, but I do think as long as I can get through them, I don't think the Bind to Victory is going to be a problem and I can clear. Of course, it's always nice to see other people clear, but it's kind of sucked so far seeing how everybody's done. So hopefully I can pull through for everybody who hasn't cleared. And let's see how I do.
As this is his first tournament as an all-star with Petrillo Fam 4. Just overall a very chill and kind person. However, he has some work to do here. If anyone can beat this gruesome stage 1, it will be the one and only new all-star of Ninjas of Halo, Petrillo Fam 4. It's time to get to work here. He goes into the quintuple steps. This Petrillo, he's done very well in his entirety of his career, only failing stage 1 in Tournament 3. He certainly does not want to break that streak now. As he's moving through the stage. He doesn't go too fast, but he does go relatively quick across the whole course. Joey gets pretty upset whenever Petrillo beats one of his times, as most of the days now it's Joey versus Petrillo on a lot of courses. I'd like to see that rivalry continue here, in a kind way, of course. As he's up the Great Wall, but it's these two obstacles that he was worried about. Into the flying chute, and a perfect jump. That is how you do the flying chute, and he gets the dismount. Now the bungee bridge. We've seen quite a few people beat this, but it's also had its struggles, and he gets shot up the first one, but he does it nicely. He gets the third one, and Petrillo Fam 4, he is through the bungee bridge. It's the Vine to Victory now. He's got loads of time in comparison to Hunter and Joey at that, but will he do it? He is moving on up, and Petrillo Fam 4 is our third clear of Ninjas of Halo 9. And Petrillo making his all-star rank known right there. That is why he's an all-star, able to pull through when others can't. Well done by Petrillo. No real errors across the run. Getting the flying chutes done right there in very convincing fashion, as well as the bungee bridge, the two obstacles he was worried about. And Petrillo Fam 4 just marks the third clear of this tournament in a gruesome stage 1. Well done, Petrillo Fam 4.
Well, I've never fallen in the water on stage 1. I think it's safe to say that is probably going to change today, because these two obstacles behind me, the flying chute and the bungee bridge, I am very worried about. Any one of those two could easily take me out, but you never know what will happen. We'll see if I can pull off some miracle today and advance to stage 2 again.
Well, you heard it here first. Rog not sounding too confident, but he's an all-star for a reason. One of just 4 competitors to compete in every tournament of Ninjas of Halo. Here's hoping he can show us why. It's that flying chute and the bungee bridge. That's what it's come down to for many people, and that's what it's probably going to come down to here according to him. See how he does. He's moving across. Well, so far, he's taking his time. He has not fallen in the water on stage 1 ever. His only stage 1 fail comes in Tournament 4 as a time-up due to the Great Wall. His took out multiple people in that tournament. Here he goes into the jump hang. Nicely done. Many people have failed the bungee bridge and the flying chute so far. Looks like that's what it's going to come down to, unless he has a repeat of previous troubles with the Great Wall. As he goes for it. Oh, and gets bounced off to the side there, but has plenty of time. He's going to sprint up it, sprint forward, mind you. That's an interesting take. And here he goes into the flying chute. Don't know what the camera's doing, but he's got it. That was a great jump there by Rog. Here he goes into the bungee bridge. This is it. He's going to get pushed up, and he comes up short of the second one. An unfortunate failure there. You can see this time it was his mount that caused him to fail there, as he has struggled with this bungee bridge for a while in practice, but he just slightly overshoots that first jump, and that makes it very tough because that causes the gravity field to push you upwards, and it makes it dang near impossible to beat this, to get up there. You can see he slightly overshoots it. He comes up because you want to try and hit it right at the front of that first one, so you don't have enough time to get pushed up. But that's exactly what happens, and he just comes up short. And Rog, the All-Star, falls into the water for the very first time on stage 1. That is unfortunate. Well, we just have 2 runs left to go, and not much hope, but there is still a lot left to salvage from this tournament, starting with the last 2 runs of stage 1, coming in with Fireball, who's been pushed up to number 34, the second to last run. He's done relatively good after a few down tournaments, including tournament 5, where he failed just the second obstacle, but this is it. With Fireball, he didn't sound too confident either before this run, but hopefully he can pull something off here, as these All-Stars as everyone really has been struggling with this stage 1. Hopefully he can make it 4 out of 34. It'd be nice to only leave the 30 failures. Here he goes. He is known to be a speed demon. And there's you can see Flame and Joey have decided to hang around on the jump hang to give him some good luck, but you know, he's moving into the Great Wall now. Hopefully the good luck from Joey and Flame can pull through for Fireball here. He's up the Great Wall and one into the flying chute. What's his plan? He's gonna go for it, and he wildly overshoots it. He does the same thing as Rish and Z-Master. Another person. Fireball, unfortunate. As you can see, it wasn't even really close, just a bad jump, and this flying chute has been deadly. Another person gone. You can tell the flying chute's the ninja killer. Don't even need a graphic for that, but very unfortunate for Fireball. Alright, we just have 1 run left standing, and it is the one and only Grand Champion of Ninjas of Halo, and one of the members who have been in every single tournament at number 35. It is Chumpy. He has changed his name as of recently from Atlantic Champ to Chumpy, but he is still the same man all himself, clearing stage 1 7 times in a row. He's shaking his head, has not failed this first stage since tournament 1, but this is certainly the toughest stage 1 he has ever seen. As we have said many times, Chumpy5991, can he do it? Here we go. He's going through the quintuple steps. He's taking his time here. He has the longest current streak of stage 1 clears, coming in at 7 in a row right now, as he flies through the butterfly wall. If anyone can beat this stage and join the 3 that have already done it, it is Chumpy. He's going into the jump hang. He helped build this obstacle, and he gets through it perfectly into the half-pipe attack. He has seen this many a time. It's the one obstacle he's failed, but no problem. Into the Great Wall, he slides into it. Just a flawless jump, and he's got it into the flying chute. This is the ninja killer so far. He gets a good jump, but he doesn't get a save! Chumpy is out on the flying chute in the tournament. This is unbelievable. Stage 1 of Ninjas of Halo 9 ends with Chumpy for the first time in 2 years going out on Stage 1. Just a bad save jump. He jumped a little too early, and that is all it took. We just have to look at this again. He just did not get a great jump on the flying chute. You have to be very precise on any flying chute in Halo, but that is all it takes, and Chumpy's streak is over. He couldn't get a good enough save jump, and I cannot believe it. This is a monster of a tournament. We have to hear from Chumpy.
Well, I mean, it's very, very disappointing. I really wanted to do better. Unfortunately, I didn't, prepare for this one. Come back strong next tournament. Grand Champion's not out. I'm gonna come back. I'm win. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and win. I'm gonna do it in Rog's name because I love Rog. Rog and Smokey and Hunter are the best jumpers. They're great.
Wise words from Chumpy as the flying chute and the bungee bridge, a monstrous duo taking out 13 competitors. And a huge congratulations to Chumpy for his great streak, but today, he goes out on Stage 1. While many are down, but not all are out, as we have 3 people moving on to Stage 2 with Joey Davis, or Vaze, Hunter Unit 751, and Petrillo Fam 4 moving on to Stage 2, being the lowest clear count since Tournament 2. And with that, we get to take a look at our very much changed Stage 2. Let's have a look at it, kicking it off with the Spider Walk, which has not been changed from the previous tournament. We've seen it many a time. You just simply move through the window panes, including a drop there, and then make a big dismount. Then is the Panic Ladder, which has been slightly buffed. It's now a bit steeper than last tournament, and the jumps are a bit tougher, as you have to run up the salmon ladder like rungs. Then it's the new Wingnuts, an obstacle that was helped with design from Chumpy, as you have to make these tough corner jumps with angles, and then move across a set of 3. That is followed by the bridge jump, which has not been changed from the last tournament. So you get in the mongoose and make the jump. Then it is the balance tank. This is a very tough obstacle. You have to roll this massive tank down the track and onto the thin rope and climb your way up to the dismount, which is finished off by the one and only chain seesaw, which has been in every Rising Era tournament so far. However, our competitors with just 6 obstacles will have 70 seconds to clear Stage 2.
I don't know how I beat Stage 1. I just got very lucky. The second stage doesn't really worry me. The only thing that kind of does worry me is the time limit, but the obstacles, in my opinion, are easier than last term, so I should get back to Stage 3.
Well, Stage 1 was pretty rough. I think it's pretty clear at this point for everyone watching the video that Stage 1 was very, very difficult. Specifically, the flying chute and the bungee bridge, but I mean, there were loads of obstacles on that stage. The stage as a whole was incredibly difficult. So, to pull through and sort of keep my little streak going, I'm not sure if that's 4 now in a row or 5 in a row, I'm very happy with that. Especially since, not many people have gotten to this stage too.
Oh yeah, that Stage 1 was really hard. That was the first time in a while where I legitimately could see myself fail Stage 1. But I was able to get through it, which I'm very happy about. But Stage 2, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Me and Jeff, the whale behind me, both think that this stage is about 5 times easier than Stage 1. And I don't know if that's what you were intending on, but that's kind of how I was feeling here. Yeah, Jeff's my buddy. He's a good friend of mine. We play poker every Friday night. We've gone on wild adventures together. But the only thing I'm really worried about is the balance tank, because that's a steep roll for such a big tank. So yeah, wish me luck.
Well, we only have 3 competitors here on this stage 2. Will anyone be able to beat it? It all starts with Joey Davis, or Vaze. He beat the stage in the last round, but there are some much harder obstacles in comparison this time. Let's see how he can do. Here he goes. He has 70 seconds. But you have to use all of the spider walk sets here. Just do that nicely with a panic ladder. This obstacle isn't too difficult. He shouldn't have many problems with it, and he flies up it. Nicely done into the wing nuts. This is a new obstacle. So he's going to be careful here. These corner jumps are tricky, but so are these transfers. He gets the first one. He's got it. These are some big jumps here all across the board. He's got about 40 seconds left, and he's through the wing nuts. He's into the bridge jump. He's halfway through the stage. He can do it. He's got enough time. He does a quick setup there, and it gets him to work onto the balance tank. This is probably the hardest obstacle on the stage. He's moving through. It's such a steep roll, and he's got the jump, and he makes it. That was a nice technique there. He's got 20 seconds left for the chain seesaw. He has enough time. Can he do it? Come on, Vaze. He has about 10 seconds left. Oh, I thought he came up short there, but he gets a clean save jump. And Joey Davis, he has enough time if he gets moving, and Joey Davis is going to stage 3 for the second time in a row. Well done, Joey Davis. Made the stage look easy. A very nice run across the board. Beat the wing nuts, which was a new obstacle that he had discussed some worries about prior to the stage. Also beat the very difficult balance tank, having to get a double jump in there to make the save, but he got it done, and Joey Davis beat this very reformed stage 2. Kudos to Joey, and he is going to the 3rd stage. Alright, well, hope remains alive for this tournament, as next up, hoping to join Joey, as he is with him right now, on this stage, on stage 3. This is Hunter Unit 751. He has only beaten this stage twice in his last 2 attempts on it. He's hoping to make it 3 in a row. As he does his "I'm on fire" chant, which he loves to do every tournament. That's the sole reason I still have those flames on at the start of this, actually. But nonetheless, here we go. Mr. Hunter. He's done this stage before many times, but he's also struggled with stage 2 a lot across almost every course. So this would not be a good time to have stage 2 struggles, that's for sure. He's moving across, nicely done there by Hunter. He's moving along, gets the corner jump. He's a very technical jumper by all means, not like many of the new ones around here. Gets a nice one there. 40 seconds left. He's going at a bit of a slower pace than Joey, but that's fine, and he flies through that one. Nicely done into the bridge jump. He's seen this many times before. I don't think he's ever failed it. That is a very risky strategy there, but he gets it to work. I am surprised that he even managed to stay on the track there, as he goes straight for the balance tank, does the same strategy as Joey, and it works! And Hunter has enough time, but he has to get moving. He only has 15 seconds for the chain seesaw. Here he goes. The klaxon's about to sound. He's taking way too many save jumps here. Come on, he has to get moving. He's taking more save jumps. Is he going to have enough time? He sends it for the last bit. And Hunter with another close call. And that is 2 for 2 on the second stage of very close call of a run there. And that's 2 clears for Hunter within 2 seconds. Very chaotic, but nonetheless he made it this stage. He was a very technical, once again, slow and steady wins the race, and it shows. Did the same strategy as Joey on the balance tank, almost jumped too late and didn't have enough height, but Hunter Unit 751 once again is going to the 3rd stage. Well done. And we only have 1 runner left on this second stage who could make it 3 for 3. It will be the first time that we've ever had a 100% clear rate on this stage. He's done it many times before. I believe he has cleared this stage 4 times, if my memory serves right, and he's failed it twice. But let's see how he can do here. No, sorry, it would have been 3 times with 2 failures. Yes, my bad. But he does not want to make it 50-50 right now as he flies up the panic ladder. Well done. That thing's probably getting replaced next tournament. People have made that look easy. And he straight up sends the wing nuts by the looks of it. He seems to know what he's... Oh, almost came up short there. The corner jump. Trillo. This will be the first time we've had a 100% stage 2 clear rate, even though we've gotten very close before. Here we go. He's moving. He's taking his time to line this jump up, as he should. And nicely done into the balance tank. Here he goes. Let's see. What's he going to do here? Looks like he's not going to go for the Joey strategy, and he makes it work. He did a very good job handling that tank. He handled that very well. He's got time. Moving through. He sends the chain seesaw. Wow! An amazing... Oh, he missed the buzzer. But an amazing run there by Petrillo. Well done. And with 6 seconds on the clock, we have achieved a 100% clear rate on stage 2. All 3 of them were able to beat this very hard stage. Kudos to all these guys doing very well. You see he lined up the bridge jump and still managed to get the fastest time. Beat out Joey. So he'll be happy about that. Didn't even need to do the save jump strategy on the balance tank. A very smooth run. And Petrillo will be going, despite an error there at the landmine, stage 3. Alright, well stage 2 is in the books, and we have all 3 competitors still remaining. Joey, Hunter, and Petrillo will represent the entirety of Ninjas of Halo 9 here on their backs on the 3rd stage. And it all comes down to this, the place where dreams go to die, the 3rd stage. It kicks off once again with the curved body prop, which has not been changed from the last tournament. Still the 4 sets of windows that you must jump through. And then it goes back to the devil steps, which was moved to the 2nd obstacle in the last tournament, and has not been changed. To move up the set of very tough crouch jump steps, then make a transfer and jump down. After that, you must move on to the swap planet bridge, which has also not been changed from the last tournament. Move across the set of balls, then make a transfer, and then dismount. This is all these 3 obstacles have not been changed, which follows by the first changed obstacle of this tournament, the Mag Cliffhanger, which has been buffed from previously, been made just slightly harder. Most of it's the same. However, after you get through the first 6 ledges here, you must make this big jump across to this tiny ledge, which has been slightly made harder, and then jump across to a nerf dismount. Then it's the Pipe Dream, which has not been changed from the last tournament. Jump across the cables. This obstacle took out Weapon Mat in the last tournament, and was one of many new obstacles previously. This is followed by the only new obstacle of this stage, Rolling Hill. This is a very tough obstacle, as you must move across the tracks with the soccer balls in a very thin ledge, and then after that you transfer directly into the vertical limit, which has not been changed from the last tournament. This obstacle has done a number across the entire course's history since it's been introduced, and then it goes into the pipe drop. The final obstacle of the stage has been slightly nerfed. The dismount's a little bit easier. Anyone can get through all these obstacles in the unlimited amount of time they have, they will go to the final stage. And we kick it off, just 3 competitors left with Vaze, as he is slashing the ground with Hunter Unit, who will be running next, as he's giving him a slap. Oh, for a second I thought Hunter was about to start running this stage, but Joey, this is just his 2nd time on this 3rd stage. There was a lot riding on these runs right here, and it kicks off with Joey Davis. Here he goes. He is going straight for it. He's definitely a speed demon of a jumper when he can be. This reminds me of Fireball in a lot of ways. As he is quickly through the curved body prop, now lining up the devil steps, and he gets the mount. This entire stage is so difficult, but they've come this far. They can do anything. I mean, hey, one of the 3 left have done it before. Who's to say these 2 can't? Oh, he gets a very sketchy save jump there. He's meleeing that jump. That was almost very bad. Joey was almost out on the devil steps as he's eyeing up this transfer here. You are allowed to skip the first one on that transfer. That is completely fine. As he now has to do the descent. This descent is not easy by any means. It's a very awkward jump because of the way that these devil steps are made. Now he has to get the dismount, and nicely done. He is a 4th of the way there. Joey Davis, Vaze, Now eyeing up the swap planar bridge. He was really worried about this in practice. He was struggling a lot with the earlier portion of this stage. But if he can get deep, he said he feels confident. He gets a transfer. He was going very straight for it there, and that's not really recommended, but it's Joey Davis. Who cares? He is into the mad cliffhanger now. He failed this in the last tournament. Hunter's giving him a shot of good luck there. And Vaze, the mad cliffhanger. This thing, simply put, is mad. It is ridiculous to try and do, and he's getting some save jumps on the third one. He can drop down if he needs to, but he doesn't need it. He's now, looks like he's going to do his ridiculous strategy again that he did in the last tournament. Let's see if he can get it to work. He gets the sprint, and it is pulled off twice in a row. Joey, that is a ridiculous strategy. But it works, and he's taking quite a few save jumps on that that ledge there, but he gets it, and he's now on to this jump. It was, I believe, that corner jump that he failed in the last tournament, but he's got it, no problem. He's eyeing up this is one of the two jumps that was buffed. He's gonna go straight for it and go straight for the next ledge, and wow! He just did the back half of the mad cliffhanger full send. That's Joey Davis for you, as he is shooting the mad cliffhanger in celebration. Hunter is with him as well. He is cheering him on all the way through this stage, but next up is Pipe Dream. All of this is unmarked territory for Joey. He's never seen any of these obstacles in a real run before. Let's see if he can move through them. He's halfway through this stage. Joey has done very well on other courses. This could be his breakthrough here, but he has to get through these obstacles, take them one at a time. He's going for the big jump on the Pipe Dream. That's what Matt failed last tournament, and he has no problem with it. Going for the drop now. And perfect. Nicely done by Joey, and he is looking like he's going to get through the Pipe Dream. And he's got it. But next up is Rolling Hill. This thing is an absolute menace. If he can get through this, then there's just two obstacles left. He's slashing at the sky now in front of this thing. Hunter looks like he's giving him some words of encouragement before he takes this thing on. It is very difficult. One slip up and there is virtually no recovery chance. You have to just be so precise. That tends not to be Joey's strong suit, but if he can work through this, he's up to the top. Now you have to descend. These are some big jumps, and he makes it look easy. Oh, it's slipping off to the side. Can he make the big jump? And no, he can't! Joey is out on the rolling hill. For a second, I thought he was able to save it, but you can see he just didn't line up this jump well enough, and he just started tipping off to the side, and he could not save it. That's the rolling hill right there. We have to hear from Joey after a run like that.
Damn. I ran. I failed. It's usually how it goes. That was a good run, except that I choked a dumb obstacle. It's not a dumb obstacle. I actually like this obstacle, but I just suck. And you know, next term I'm gonna get to the final stage. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace out.
Well, some interesting words from Joey there, but we can see him again here as he prepares to help the next competitor take on this third stage. We just have two left, starting off these final two with Hunter Unit 751. As they are slashing the ground together again. They've a duo apparently. Didn't know this was a thing. As Joey giving him some last shots of encouragement. Sure, let's go with that. This is it. Hunter Unit 751. He's been on this stage before, but he has never beaten the Swap Planet Bridge. That would be his personal best if he could get by that today. Now, personal best was set in the last tournament. So let's see if he can get through it. He's been on the stage twice before. Tournament 7 failed the Globe Grasper, which was derived mostly from his course, which is kind of ironic. But nonetheless, he's through the curved body prop into the double steps. He's looking at the crowd there, which I believe consists of only Joey, but nonetheless, he's lining this up. He wasn't too confident about this double steps. You can see he's really taking his time here. There is no time limit for a reason. He's moving through. See, for a second I thought he was going to try that jump backwards. That was not going to be a smart technique there by Hunter, but nonetheless, he's He's halfway up. He's really taking his time on these double steps. Slow and steady wins the race. That's been pretty much the motto I've given him throughout this tournament. Given the other two can be a bit of a speed demons. Can just be speed demons in general. But he gets the transfer. Now he has to eye up the descent here. Just two more. Ooh, almost came up short there. That would have been bad. And almost came up short again. And he's going to go on the outside. I don't really know if that's allowed, but it'll be fine this time around. There was no rule against it, but now Hunter goes almost directly into the swap planer bridge, thanks to some cool camera angles. Nonetheless, he's going for this. He failed this in the last turn. He's going to go straight for it, and ooh, good save jump by Hunter. Nicely done there. Now has to make this transfer. The transfer is not really hard, it's just what comes after it. He's getting quite a lot of save jumps here. Surprised it was a change of strategy out of nowhere in the middle of the obstacle, but oh man, he is really playing this sketchy. He almost came out short of the dismount, but Hunter, he is through the swap planer bridge into the mad cliffhanger. This is a personal best for him, so let's see, can he beat the cliffhanger on his first try? He gets a third jump, but now comes the big transfer. This is a huge jump. You have to really take your time to line this up. That's exactly what Hunter's doing. Takes a shot at it. Here he goes, and he comes up short! Hunter is out on the mad cliffhanger. He couldn't get the big transfer. That's just such a huge jump. I don't know what went wrong, but you can see he just comes up short by his toenails. In Hunter's run, a personal best, but ends on the mad cliffhanger. Well, we are down to one man standing. The last man standing of Tournament 9 is Petrillo Fam 4. His fourth time on this third stage. He got second place last tournament, making it all the way to the vertical limit. He said if he can get back there, he feels relatively confident. But there's a long way to go to the vertical limit. Let's see. He's moving through the curved body prop one by one, taking multiple save jumps along the way. It's a very fair strategy. No complaints there. He's lining up into the devil steps. Petrillo, he's seen almost all of these obstacles before, but can he beat them? That's what it comes down to. The fate of Tournament 9 is on his shoulders, and he skips the, okay, well, that's allowed now. Probably should have clarified that you're technically not supposed to do that, but I'll just have to add that in the rulebook next tournament. But nonetheless, Petrillo moving on through. He's through the devil steps into the swap planet bridge. He's going one by one. He is, I think his personal worst on stage 3 would be the cliffhanger obstacle, the fourth obstacle, but he has to get there first. Eyeing this up. This is a very tough stage. Moving along. He's in the mad cliffhanger now. He's got the third jump. He just watched Hunter fail this transfer right here. He goes straight for it, doesn't even do a double jump, and he has it perfectly. Petrillo Fam 4. Alright, into the second half of the mad cliffhanger here. He has to get this corner jump. This is harder than it looks. And he gets it nicely. Going straight for the transfer. He's going to do the same thing Joey did, and he's got it. Just has to dismount now. And he's through. Petrillo just halfway through the stage in less than 2 minutes. Well done there. Petrillo tends to be a bit slower on these stages, but moving pretty fast this time around. He's going for the pipe dream now. He's seen Matt fail this in the past. He does not want to add to that death total on this obstacle, even though it's only a 1 so far. He's going to be the second person to try this today. If he were to get to the final ball of the rolling hill, he would get first place, but I know he wants much more than first place. He just got the big jump of the pipe dream there, goes for the drop, and nicely done. Now he's moving through the final bit of the pipe dream, getting these nice save jumps here, and he is through the pipe dream into the rolling hill. He just saw the one and only Vase fail here. But can he beat it? This is just such a tough obstacle. It's been hyped up all throughout this stage 3. He's on it. There is really no break here. Once you get on it, you have to keep moving and keep trudging along. He's up to the top. Now for the descent. This is the hardest part. You really cannot control yourself here. You have to be so careful. Oh, he's moving off to the side. Can he save it? Yes, he can. He's gonna go for the dismount, but he comes up short and the tournament ends! He got a bad jump off the dismount to the rolling hill into the vertical limit, and that's all it takes. You can see right here, he's just a tiny bit off center, and with the descent, that becomes amplified, and he just didn't get a good... I think if he sprinted there, he probably would have made it, but he doesn't, and look at this one more time. He's just inches away from the vertical limit, and if he gets there, who knows what he can do. He's just the tiniest bit off center, and that's all it takes. In the tournament 9, this gruesome tournament ends on the rolling hill. Petrillo fam 4, what a run, but it all falls apart, and this tournament is over. And with that, this incredibly difficult Tournament 9 of Ninjas of Halo has concluded. This was a very incredibly difficult tournament across the board, but huge respect is earned for the 3 who have managed to not only beat this very tough Stage 1, but went above and beyond and beat Stage 2. Joey, Hunter, and Petrillo, despite this incredibly tough tournament with very tough obstacles, huge respect to them. Well, I am signing off. Thank you so much for watching this tournament. I'm your host, SonicFan10193. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.